Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Wednesday Call Live. Hosted today by our CEO, Andy Albright. Filmed in front of a live studio audience in beautiful Burlington, North Carolina. Brought to you by AMP Studios, featuring the latest Alliance news and in-depth training. Now, let's hear it for our host, our President and CEO, Andy Albright!
Yeah! It's crazy today. All right, y'all grab a seat. We got a lot of stuff to get into. I'm excited and hopeful that I get the information out. I'm just a vessel, so I'm trying to get it to you, especially you, Jane. Matter of fact, Jane Hill, come on up here, buddy. I ain't seen you in forever. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Good to see you. It is real good to see you. I hear y'all got somebody here you want me to meet also.
We do.
Is he here? Or
yes,
she
sir.
here?
Mm-hmm, he.
He is it? Where is he?
He's right there.
Is this guy right here?
It's
What's
Hunter.
his name? Hunter. Nice
Hunter.
to meet you, Hunter.
Mitchell.
Hunter Mitchell? Mm-hmm. Hunter Mitchell.
Right. Is that right?
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
There's center stage, just a tad bit closer. There you go. There's a lot of people out there that haven't met you. It's shocking. I know you. I know you think you're famous beyond belief.
Be nice.
That's what I got at dinner last night.
Where's Terry?
With my wife.
Be nice.
Be nice.
Be nice. Be nice.
Be nice.
Mm-hmm.
All right, tell them who you are and who you hire by and stuff. Just give them a brief.
James usually does this part.
I know, but you're really good at it.
Okay. So I'm Jane Hill, and I'm married to James. We've been together for 14 years, and I still need help trying to figure. We've been together 14 years.
How long have y'all been married?
We've been married for 3. My parents did not like that he was white and not yellow, and so it just took a little while. If you are easily offended, Chris Hill is available by email or phone after this TWC.
Christian counselors are available. Jeff Bright is in the house.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we've been married for 3, and we were hired by Andy and Jane Albright.
By the way, that worked. I laughed. That worked.
I need a lot of positive affirming in my life. It makes me, it's comforting to me, all right? And so James was a Marine, and he was homeschooled. I am...
That explains numerous issues. Marine, homeschooled.
So I'm Asian, people skills. We were both very lacking in the people skill area, and we have learned to talk to people over time, slowly. Be nice. So I was pre-law, and James was a Marine. We felt like we did all the right things in life and followed all the right systems, and then we kind of ended up in that real estate bubble crash that happened, and so we were not in a good financial place when we found the Alliance. And I feel like a lot of times we get here by a thin thread. You know, like it's not like you grew up like, I want to sell insurance one day. This is going to be great. And that's not how we grew up. But that's how we kind of stumbled here, and it's been insane. James kept saying it was going to work. I kept telling him he was crazy and that it wasn't going to work, and insurance was not going to work, and these people were crazy, and they were yelling and laughing, and I don't know why they were having so much fun. But I wanted them to have fun over there because I was not having fun, and I'm very grateful that he's stubborn.
He's a good man.
He is a good man. He's my man.
He's my man, too. I win.
It is true, and I'm okay with that. I'm all good with that.
So, in normal world, y'all have won, and y'all are independent. And but I'm telling you, buddy, what I've got coming down the pike, what's going on now, and what we setting ourselves up for this coming year and this coming 10-year run, y'all ain't even scratched the surface yet. So if you're brand new, it's perfect timing. If you're already here, you did good because now you're already ahead of the game. And now the question is going to be how much you take advantage of the game that's coming. You with me?
Yes, sir.
So good stuff on introducing Hunter and bringing him here. I want to let y'all know that we're having a contest.
Yeah, we are.
And it's not so much as only the top 20 can win. Because, you know, if we did that next year, we said the top 20 can win a trip to Dubai. We can do that, okay? But then only 20 of you win. This is a more of a little bar. We'd like for you to pop over. Just a little bar. And it's all expense paid trip to Paris. We stay at a beautiful 5-star hotel downtown with about 8-minute walk to the Eiffel Tower, the Louvre, and ridiculous, crazy shopping that'll blow your mind.
And food.
And food. Food, ridiculous food. And then we're going to head to, we're going to jump on one of those jet trains, one of those high-speed trains, and we're going to go through the Alps, and we go to Switzerland on Lake Geneva. It's this beautiful, another 5-star hotel. And I want to let y'all know that Mac and Beati, Mac and Beati Judy have won this extension already with 2 months to go. So Mac and Beati, I love hanging out with them all over the world. Also, Mimi Romero has won the trip to Paris. Michael Hartley has won the trip to Paris. And Dan Silva have already won the trip to Paris. And all these people have won Paris, and these have won the extension to Switzerland. So you feel free to stick them up there. Million things going on right now. I'm headed in an hour, like about at the very end of the show, I'm headed to Orlando. There's a thing called NAILBA. They call it NAILBA. It's National Association of Insurance. And they've invited me to speak to a bunch of insurance executives and carriers, which probably will be traumatic to their life if they let me speak very much. Thank you very much. She did a great job. Give her a hand. But because you understand, this industry is kind of new to me, although it seems like 30 minutes. It has been 18 years. But in 18 years, between me and Kyle Cater and Angela and Eric Belair and Chris Long and Andy, we have risen up to be a dominant force in America for the insurance industry. Not just like our family, but the industry, because the industry is in big trouble, meaning there's not agents out there. There's less and less, and we're bringing on sharp, young, ambitious, smart people to come into this industry. And one of the big questions is like, how in the heck are you doing that? What are you doing different? And I know one of the things I want to say is I want to bring up 3 or 4 of them that run those other companies, and I want to say, there's your problem right there. That's not one of the Joker puts you to sleep just looking at him right there. You don't need to know those when you got Bob over there. Lord, how you with me? Y'all need to wake them up. But I don't know if I say it like that, but I think I might. Something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, Jerk talking about this is a good industry. I'm talking about you can get a jet of your own. See, a little different there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, whoo. But I mean, they've got other questions too. And I really tell you, I had to Google the questions because I didn't know what they meant. They were way too smart for me. They're talking about how do we maintain our dominant force of intermediaries. I was like, what is that? I looked it up. It said agents. Like, in other words, like I was like, oh, so we're intermediaries. I got this one. Okay, so that's what I'm doing today. The good news is Brent Bench is going to be there, and Bruce Barak and some of my buddies that run insurance companies, they're going to be there, so I'm hanging out with them. The other good news is there's a hotspot going on tonight in Orlando, and I'm going over to the Night Owl, so I'm going to dump them people and go to the Night Owl and hang out with my buddies, you know. And then Thursday, tomorrow is when I speak. And then I am getting together with some more elite people down there in Orlando. The next morning, get up and go to Miami. I'm fired up about that. So Miramar, not Miami, Miramar. And the details of that should be on Band. If somebody's got them, if you would post them on Band. Hotspots, alliancehotspots.com. It's posted there. Then Sunday night, we're getting the crowd together over at my house, kind of a social, because Monday morning we're headed to Kansas City. And then we're doing an all-day seminar in Kansas City and a night opportunity meeting. Then we're doing an all-day in Houston, Texas. I love going to Houston. Those people are crazy down there. The Alamos, a lot of other great people. Roberts has got people down there. And then all-day seminar in Houston. And then we're going to Lakeland, which is where our new office, and Nicole Fankhauser is really doing a great job. And Owens and Katrina, that place is blowing up. And we got people from Tampa and Orlando coming over to Lakeland. So I'll be there next Wednesday. This thing's crazy. I got so much going on. I'm so excited. So many things are happening with our lead creation, the incoming calls, the outgoing calls, the direct mail. So many great things are happening. I feel like we're right on the base of blowing up and doubling like this in 2019. And there are some high-level stuff coming up. So this is an important announcement to my leaders. December 2 through 8, December 2nd through 8th, I have that time booked off to explain 2019 Dreams Come True. Okay, we'll call it the DCT tour. Okay, the Dreams Come True tour for 2019, because I am going to roll out stuff that has always been a dream to me, but now it's come true. And I want to roll out to you the opportunity for your dream to come true. You with me? So what I need to decide is, where can I touch the most people? Could I get everybody to come to Burlington for 3 days? Should I get everybody to go to Dallas? Should I go to Dallas, Chicago, Miami, and Las Vegas? Maybe California people could meet me in Vegas. So big people. I'm talking top 35, top 60 people. Top 60, I need to touch you in person during that week. Does that make sense? I need to touch you, show you something in writing, to watch your facial expressions. You see my face, because we're getting ready to take 2019 by storm. So this is the 2019 Dream Come True tour. Dream Come True tour. You with me? I think everything about this business will become clearer to you, more simple to you, and more motivational to you. More, I don't have the word in front of me that Jeff was saying, it's more pulling to you to build this thing massive. It's creating a vortex where people go and just blow this thing up. So it's like what the NBA and NFL has created with millions of kids playing football and a lot playing soccer now, so that they can try to get to this pinnacle. They've created a system to pull that up. And so that's the goal with this Dream Come True tour, this DCT, is that everybody says, oh my God, I feel it. I've talked to a few people, Kyle, and I've got the distinct feeling that it does, what I'm going to show you, it does create that feeling of just, we can't be stopped. The only thing that can stop us is us, and we don't want to stop ourselves, so we're going to grow like crazy. Okay, enough. Now I'm back to everybody else. I want to do 2 through 8. That's a Sunday through a Saturday, I think. But it's right during that time period. All right. My page, Boss Man, Billy, my YouTube. Okay, so one thing I want to let y'all know is I have a YouTube page that has a lot of videos. Will you scroll it? Can I roll that up? There we go. So these I have not pushed out at all. I'm going to start pushing them out, but I want you to know where you can go to them. And they're messages that you need to get your people, like, don't give up, don't stop. How many times your people say, I need to understand why, how do you not quit? So this has got points in there. Each one of them has a subject line that has a condensed message that you can deliver. Now, this is a VIP leadership at my cabin. You can check this out. This is an interview with a kid who has massive, massive stress in his life, and I'm walking him through it. And I think this one will be a multi-million viewer. This is with Austin Huddleston. And this is about the show, the Self-Made. So you can look at them and get a feel for it. But here's what I'm going to tell you, Kevin, here's what I tell you. Like, if you're going to do something, 90% of my time is telling adults to do what they say to their children. Here's what adults say to their children. If you're going to do it, you need to do it. You need to go early, you need to stay late, you need to practice. You need to give it your whole heart or you need to quit. That's what you need to do. If I could get the parents to do what they say to the kids, so I ain't got no kids. You got any kids? Well, you've heard this before where they say this to you. Now I'm saying to you, except for I got the $80,000 watch and saying it to you, as opposed to like when I was a kid and my broke dad was telling me how to do it, and I was like, bro, you broke. What do I need to think about you? What do I care what you think? You know? You follow what I'm saying? But here's what my dad did do more than me. He set an example. Okay? He didn't stop working. You with me? I don't work as hard as my dad, and I work more than 99% of the people I bring in this business. I also party more than 99%. I also sit on the front row more. I also travel to Vegas more. I also go to Miami more. I also go fishing more. What they do is not, I don't know, it's not work, and it ain't have a blast. It's sit in the cheap seats and be bored and wait in line. That's another thing broke. Okay. All right, so follow what I'm saying? If you're going to be in it, be in it. Does that make sense? If you're going to be in it, get into it. And here's one of the things. That's where everybody should know Jane Hill. But they don't, Jane, because they're not watching every YouTube that we've created. They watch two and they go, got that? Like, bro, there's 275 you need to watch. Everyone on my channel, everyone on the Alliance channel, every one of them. Like, let me tell you something. My kid, Spencer, when he watches a TV series, he watches how many of the series? All of them. Like, he's got into some, he's went back 4 years and watched them. That's because he's into it. So if you're into this, get into this. Does that make sense? You watching what? I don't even know what that is. Cats? Cat videos. Now he gets into an episode like Shooter or something like that. Like they have it's like a TV series where they got episodes like mine. Like last year there was a Self-Made and there was 10 episodes. I ain't watched all 10 episodes. I don't care about that. But I'm watching all the ones I'm in. You with me? Now we're doing 10 episodes. So there will be people who watch the 8th episode and they'll go back and watch every episode all the way back to last year. And that's what I'm saying. If you're into it, you're into it. If you're into it, get into it. So many people don't do this. They half-ass it and they expect to be better than I am without even being committed. Or they expect to be better than you are, and they ain't here at office when you're here at the office. They come in later and can't figure out, and then they make excuses why they ain't where you at. I just look at them, I go, I don't know. But I really do know. But I don't like to say it individually. Makes sense? All right, Nick. All right, next thing. Go back to my drawing. Will you? Yeah, there you go. I need some help to remind her what I was going to say on this. This is important. Oh, come on, Andy. I don't want to mess this up. So give me a second here. Don't everybody chill. Everybody makes mistake. Here we go. Here it is. All right. Take this literally. You're sitting on top of a lifetime opportunity of a lifetime to change your kid's life. Or if you're a kid, you can change your life. Okay? Not to have a normal life, but to give an outstanding example of what you do when your kids are young. What I know is my kids are psycho, and I'm psycho based on my dad, and they're the same way from me. You with me? All right. Some people think that my dad coming to every football game is more important than my dad setting an example and busting his butt to provide for the family. I was not impressed when he was at ball games. I liked it when he was there. But when that joker got up on Sunday mornings, went to work, or Saturday mornings went to work, or when he worked till sundown, it gave me a different ethic about my life. You with me? When he was chasing something, and he coached us in Little League, but his deal was not so much the winning as everybody giving everything they got.
Yeah, that's right.
So you can set it up for your kids. There's a lot to this. Let's go here. To me, having fun is way more important than making money. Okay? I don't know about you, but having fun is more important. Okay? I ask people this, you want to have fun or get rich? And most people go, I want to get rich. And I go like, really? I want to have fun. I'll choose happy. I'll choose happy every day. Happy over money. I just think that people chasing this money get it way slower that people understand this concept right here. Does that make sense? I think people chase stuff. I think people approval of family members. Let me, this one's tough to do, but I'm going to give it a shot. So my mama's daddy, my mother, I'm an old guy, right? I'm in the 50s. Well, my mother's older than that, and her daddy, I've only seen pictures of that joker. Apparently, he laid down with this woman and produced other ones. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying? What do you call it? What do you call it when you have a baby? You call it it's not contra. It's the opposite of contraception. Propagation. Say it, not probation either. What do you call it? They done procreated other beings besides my mama. Does that make sense? And then my mama and daddy did the deal and procreated other one. Well, actually, they just did one that I know of. And then me. So many people are more worried about this junk out here and what this joker did on a Thursday night than their best friend over here who would give them everything they do. They're worried about this. And they build a house right here because they like the house, and they're worried about ding dong what they think. That's not who I worry about. You understand what I'm telling you, Trina? I worry about you and Paul Roberts. I worry about Angela Clark. I worry about my buddies, my team. Kyle, you understand this? People get psycho about this. You know them. You understand what I'm telling you? This is you. This is your mom and daddy. This is brothers and sisters. And this one be crying to you. Yeah, that's your brother. That's your brother. I say, do you know how y'all created him? I do. And just thinking about that, I don't want to think about it no more. Does that make sense? You understand what I'm saying? You say, but the Bible says you're your brother's keeper. It's not talking about who your mama had sex with and created a baby. That's not what it means. It's your brothers. It's your sisters, not that. It's not the one that built the house beside you, your neighbor. That's my brother. I'm my brother's keeper. No, you're not. You are your brother's keeper. That's your brothers. That's your Adam Katz. That's your Argenio. That's your Chris Long. You know this, but you get confused about this. Does that make sense? And then people say, but I'm obligated. I go, well, okay. Do you do your thing, I do my thing. But I'm talking about this right here, and doing this right here is not going to get you that right there. It's going to make you resentful and hate it, and you know it's the wrong thing to do, but people are pressuring you to think like that. And I'm sorry if that's your heritage, culture, mama, family, the way you grew up. It's like if you grew up in a mud hut, you don't say, well, that's where I grew up. I'm going to live in a mud hut now. At some point, you got to be you. At some point, you got to grow up. At some point, you got to think for yourself. Oh, I'm sorry, you don't have to. You could live one of those lives all life. But how are you going to be happy living like that? You don't have to. This is your wake-up call. This is your shot, boy. Hey, boys and girls, woohoo! Let's do this thing. You tracking with me? You from a different country. They might think differently. But you know what? There's places in Kentucky that think differently. There's places in South Carolina. There's places in California, in New York. But at some point, you get to be you. And that's what I want you to do. That's what people say, like, you want me to be like you, Andy? No, I want you to be you. The part of being like me is I'm me. I give away millions to support the NC State Wolfpack. I want you to do that too, but not him. You with me? Or her, or them, or them. It's our brethren. Are we in war together or not? I'm in a war against my poverty and against your poverty, right? They're in a war about trying to get your money so that you go back to poverty and create it again. Because you're a producer. Let me explain something to you what you are. You are a curve buster in these people's life. And if they can get you to give it away, you reduce your profitability and you become more like, I was explaining to a young guy yesterday. He didn't know what a curve buster was. He said, what is that? I said, bro, when you go to college, a lot of times you get a 40 or a 50. You're supposed to get 100. He said, that's not good. I said, I know. That's what I always got. I always got 40, 50, 60. But if everybody else gets a 60, then technically a 60 is good. So you're okay. So they do a curve of 20 points. So you get an 80 or 90 even though you got a 60. But if some little know-it-all at the front of the class gets 100, and then another one gets 100 because they read the material, they screw up the curve. You know, this kid said, I hate them people. I said, you are them people when it comes to making money and becoming powerful. If you become making money and become powerful, you're a curve buster. And these people that live beside you in your neighborhood that don't drive the Maybachs, they're going to be pissed at you busting the curve. And uncles and cousins and mamas and dad, they're going to be pissed at you for you busting the curve. You say, I don't want that. That's what comes with the job. There's a lot of things that comes with driving a Maybach and a Ferrari and a Lamborghini and having a jet and having first class tickets. And if you don't want the headaches that come with it, don't do it. Stay broke. And let me tell you, quit bitching about it. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Like, just live with it and enjoy middle class, or lower class, whatever it is. But if you want it, stuff's going to come with it. You say, well, how you doing with it? I don't give a crap. I like it. I like my wife talking about us going to stay at our beach house. People talk, when we going to come? I say, I can't wait to get you down there. It just ain't going to be today. I was explaining that to somebody last night. I was like, you do not know how to put people off, do you? And I was like, yeah, I know you know how to be put off, but do you know how to put off? You with me? You got to put off the poor people. Like, you know how you get put off on, sometimes you're in there trying to get a check and they put you off? Take notes. That's a good excuse right there. That's good. I'm going to use that excuse on my broke friends. I want to go out and drink with y'all. I really do. I really do. I want to go out and drink drunk with y'all and waste my life away. It's been incredible, but I'm not able to do it this weekend. Could you touch base with me next week after I get paid? You with me? You got to put off those curve buster and haters. You got to put off the haters, because all the haters trying to do is get you to go out with them so they can work on you. That's what they're trying to do. They want to work on you. And for some of you, they are killing it. They are keeping you so down. Congratulations, you did not bust the curve. I'm telling y'all, if you're hearing me, I'm going to lay it out on a silver platter for you to blow this thing up and make all the crazy money you want and help all the crazy people you want and go to war against your poverty. You with me? I'm going to show you. And in the next 60 days, it's going to be crazy talk what we're going to do, okay? Now, all this year, I've ran tricks, promotions, cash giveaways, and I'm doing one right now, okay? We're giving away $100,000 over a 90-day period. I want to let you know, do we have access to those? Can we pull up 2018? I'm going to do this real quick. Mia joined us a couple of months ago. She is going to win $5,000 unless Gary Bell or Dia Gondor can beat her out. There's $5,000. I think second one is $3,000. Yep, $3,000, and third one is $2,500. So, Jara Gonzalez, Jara, you're number 5 now. I'm not going to say I want you to win because I think a lot of Mia, but and Christian Cameron, these are good people. But Jara, win. Jessica Phillips, talked to her a long time yesterday. Limwell, look at Limwell. I want y'all to go right over here real quick. Look. $45,000. Guess what he did? A massive annuity. Okay. So, did he have some sales too? Yeah, he had a few sales, 4,600, but he's got 45,000. But we can only give him maximum credit for 10,000 of the 45,000. It's huge. Is what I'm telling you. All right, so let's go to recruiting. I'm not going to go all the way down. There's 33 spots it pays. Matter of fact, I'm telling Chris Shepard, after this, would you post the top 5? The top 5 for every category. I want that posted on band. And Richard Smith is winning in recruiting, and Tim Long. So there's $5,000 here and $5,000 here bonus. All right, Tim is also number 11 in sales. So let's go. Oh, Mia, look at Mia. She's on recruiting and sales. Now let me tell y'all something. What I'm telling y'all is she's going to smoke you in the way we got it set up now, but the next way it's going to be on steroids. It's going to be on afterburners. I'm telling y'all, this type of behavior that's been rewarded is going to be catapulted forward in the business, the way that we're going to do this. Okay? Let's do 2017 people. This is 2017 people. So Mia has almost beat every single person that was hired in 2017. And so is Christian and Dia and Gary. They'll beat everybody that was hired in 2017. Like 2017 people, where is you? Where are you? Where were you? Eric Paul Cruz is one of those guys hired by Paul Roberts who is standing out. He is on track to win $5,000. Way to go. Eric, you got longer with the company than these people. Please keep your position. Chuck Betts, I would urge you to smoke them. Let's travel down a little bit. Lemuel's on here. Look at all these 2018 people. Chuck Betts, Barton, Ann Latino, Nick Thays, Will Parisi. Come on, Will. Paul Van Thoff was hired in 2017. You guys, I want y'all to pass these 2018 people. Fight. It's a separate contest, but the 18 people can win their contest and take their money. So they could come $10,000 on the sales side, $10,000 on the recruiting side. Show me the recruiting for 2017, please, sir. Thank you. Richard Smith, I think he was first in 2018, and he's first in 2017. So that could be $10,000 for Rich. Lisa Boyce, way to go. Anthony Evans, Tim Long. He's 4th in recruiting and 14 in sales. So those will be posted. Give me the veterans. Bill Cook bounced back up towards the top. Sarge is number 2. Mark Hutchinson, look at Hutchinson, number 3 in sales, number 9 in recruiting. These are all veterans. Scroll it down for me. So Eric, this is 2017 guy who's beating out people that have been with us 10 years. You with me? Mia is beating out people that have been with us 10 years. So they can win in all 3 contests. Let's go to recruiting. Jenny Patel, way to go, Jenny. James Coleman, way to go, James. Kyle Cater sitting right there has 6. I'm telling you, bro, you have no idea. Your life's getting ready. People don't understand. People don't know. Kyle Cater's a $500,000+ income earner with us now. We're looking $3 million, Bo. That's what I'm saying. When you get to $3 million, you get you $300,000 a month. When you write a check for Ferrari 1 month, and then you go, wait, I made $300,000, but I didn't pay my taxes. I go, welcome to my world. Because then you got to give your whole check next month to pay your taxes. It's annoying as everything. You'll be like, who do I vote for where they get less taxes? I don't care nothing about nobody. I just want less taxes. I go, but we need roads and stuff. You know, we need the army man and police officers. We got to pay some taxes. That's what I keep telling myself. It's crazy when you make $1 million in a year and you had to give $400,000 or $500,000 to the government. You're like, this ain't fair. You got a little ding dong over here making $25,000, don't pay nothing. We ought to make him pay. You know, does that make sense? You be like, no, poor people don't be taxed. I think they ought to be taxed from getting off their butts. What I think I should get. It's weird how you thinking changes when you become the one that's making the money. You know, this thing. Noel, I mean, God bless you, but God knows, you know. 11 Tobies, look at these 4s jammed up. 4s, 6s, 3s. Here's the funny thing. When I had no money, I was saying the same thing. I was like, I hope that they pay less taxes because I plan on getting into that bracket one day. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like you look up in the Champions Club and they having all them serving drinks and food and saying, I wish they'd take all that. No, I say, leave all that stuff up there because I'm coming one day. And I want it to be like that, you know what I mean, when I get up in there. All right, Michael Paleo is making a move right here. Adam Johnson, James Hill, way to go, Jane. You got your buddy James killing it here. Number 25 in production. James is number 3 in recruiting. I just want to let you know.
I'm proud of him.
Good answer. Sounds like Scott Ducharme, Katrina, Michael Owens, Hutchinson. Okay, so put him down. We got to move on to something else. Good job. All right, as it gets more intense, I'll talk more about it. We'll post the top 5. I might post the top 33 later, but I want to get the top 5. We'll figure it out. Oh, I want to tell y'all, Jane, about another contest that you and your husband are winning. Phoenix Life has given me some money and talked about how do I run a contest. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to fly up to Hartford, Connecticut, go out to dinner tour their facilities, go out to dinner with their executives, and stay in a hotel up there and hang out with them for a day. So it's Phoenix production only, and Phoenix counts in these other contests we're doing. You must have 3 people direct to you sell something. In other words, you've got to be a recruiter. You've got to get 3 people selling to get in the contest. So really the only person in the contest right now is you and your husband. So y'all are winning it. Okay? Now Belle Krause, Belle and Jake Krause, if they had 3 people that they got started selling, they would be number 2 in the contest. And this is limited, only taking 3 couples. Okay, and then Nathan and Melanie Thomas, if they had 3 direct for them, they would be number 3 and it'd be over with. But I scrolled down here and I found out that Marcus Richardson has created one person selling directly, and it don't have to be selling Phoenix either. You can hire a person, they sell Foresters. So you got to get some other people selling to enter the contest. Somebody had 2. Kerry Williams, Mike and Kerry Williams, they have 2 people that have started selling. So if they had a 3rd, they would shoot right to number 2 and they would be invited. Jonathan Yakey, Brian Likens, Dora Wasaki, Lee Reyes. There's a lot of people in that running. Miles Gatos. Tim Long actually has 2 people. He's in and he's written. So it's a combination of recruiting and getting people selling and writing a little bit of Phoenix. Okay, and I'm not pushing Phoenix like trying to say like we got to sell a lot. I'm just saying that they're trying to make a comeback with us. We had the greatest rollout in company history with this company. Greatest ever in the history of their company, over 100 years. And then they got bought by another investor and life changed and we said, no, we're not writing it. So we just stopped and now they have another investor. I think it's Nassau Re, and Nassau Re knows us. Yeah, Nassau Re, actually I think they're changing the name. So Nassau Re bought them and they're coming to us saying, remember what y'all did a few years ago? We're like, yeah, do y'all remember how we did it and what y'all were doing it? So we're trying to work and getting all that back in place so we can run again. You with me? In the meantime, Forrester's killing it, CFG's issuing stuff like that. You know what I mean? So I'm working that deal, and we're running this contest. We're going to go up there and talk to them. So if you want to try them, give it a shot, and it's coming back. All right. Annuities are starting to take off like crazy. Brant Swindell has issued $1.3 million this year in annuities. Dr. Phil has issued $1.8 million. So he's going to win a trip to Paris, and he's going to win a trip to Paris. You say, you can win 2 trips? Yeah. Yeah, you can win another couple a trip to Paris. But I didn't know that. I would have made an extra $200,000 if I knew I could win a Paris trip. What? I got a way you can make an extra $200,000. Why do you care about a Paris trip? That's funny how people think, though. You trick them into, they go, oh, I didn't know. I'll start trying to move annuities. You know you get paid. And a lot of people are like, I'm not going to be like that. I want to be smart. We will see. Steve Marmaritas. Steve Marmaritas is number 3, $1.3 million. Lori Reed, $1.1 million. And Rush Rucker, $1.1 million. And Lemuel Rodriguez Ramos, $1 million in annuities. So what is that? 5 people at $1 million, 6 people at $1 million. Paul Jar ain't far behind. Terry Edwards is not far behind with $800,000. He tells me he's going to have $1.5 million for the end of the year, maybe $2 million. So gold mine's going on. All right, what I promised to talk about, if I remember correctly, was 5 surefire communication methods. Is that what it was? 5 surefire communication methods to help you build your. Here we go. 5 steps to becoming a dynamic conversationalist. All right, what I want y'all to understand. It's happening in Houston. It's happening in several San Antonio. There's several other places. You go to a city. Your job is to get 1 or 2 people to stick with you, and them to get 1 or 2 or 3 people to stick with them, and these people to get 1 or 2 people to stick with them. This is a way a meeting grows. Then if you have another leader comes in from out of town, his job is to get some people to stick with him. So what I'm talking about is trying to get people to stick with you because they like what's going on. So then it ends up being 50 people in a meeting. And what people try to say is like, I need to get this guy to become a leader. And that's not true. What you got to do is you got to get more people. Because if you get more people, you're going to find the person that can sell. It's easier to take a person, it's easier to make chicken salad with good quality chicken than it is with chicken poop. With chicken poop, it's hard to get it. It's hard to get the texture you can get from a good chicken thigh. Chicken poop go like that. Chicken poop does not taste the same. You are not Jesus going to turn water into wine and poop into chicken. You got to get a bunch more people. You say, are you calling people poop? Well, there's some people that's what they do is poop. That's their solid qualifications, eating and pooping. You with me? Same as a baby. That's what they're good at. And I'm not mad at them, and I'm not going to mean to them. You trying to get them to sell is torture. That's like trying to get a hog to sing. You put lipstick on him, put a little tutu on him, you get him a musical instrument, you show him what tune, you're going to piss off that pig. Does that make sense? That pig is not interested in learning. You keep going till you find somebody, you with me, find somebody that can sing and teach them how to sing. You understand what I'm saying? Like masses of people. Okay? This is where we're going with this. People are interested in talking to people that are interested in talking to. Okay. All right. So here we go. We go to these hot spots and we talk to people. Here's the way it goes. There's a lady who hated going to parties. You with me? Despised going to parties. Here's why. She felt like she didn't fit in. She didn't have nothing to say. She was not witty. She didn't. So here's what she would do. She'd say, I'm going to try hard. How'd she say? I'm going to try hard. I'm going to be lively, and I'm going to try to say clever things. I'm going to try to be, my sarcasm is going to compete with other people. I know that this guy in our business, that's what he does. He's competing on his sarcasmisms. And this is what this lady did. You with me? So what happened is nobody cared if she came to a meeting anymore. or a party. She ended up drinking too much, and people didn't like coming to her parties. And you with me? So here's the advice that was given to her. Listen, go to these meetings, and listen with affection to anyone willing to talk to her. She decided that the lowest of the low, the weirdest of the weird, the oddest of the odd, the dumbest of the dumb, you with me? The weirdest, the dumbest, the ding-dongest, whichever one that came to the meeting, she was going to listen to them and pretend like she was in their shoes, and she was going to, her motto was going to be, tell me more. That's interesting. She was going to get interested in what they were talking about and try to walk in their shoes. And imagine if she was born to their daddy. Imagine if she grew up in that house or in that trailer. Imagine if she grew up in that country. She was going to try to imagine it. She was going to try to become them. She was not going to disagree. If they were Republican, she was going to say, tell me why and how. If they were Democrat, they were going to say, and how does that work? And explain to me why, and what's your history? Where did you come from to learn to think like that? If they're independent, if they're a Tea Party, if they're gay, if they're masculine gay, if they're girls, if they're black, they're green. She said, I'm going to try to not try to change them. I'm going to try to be them and understand them. I'm going to say, tell me more. Oh, and I'm not going to try to change the subject to something that I'm interested in. I'm going to be interested in what they're interested in. What do y'all think happened? She became the most sought after party goer, party attendee, became known as one of the most clever conversationalists ever. She was in so much demand, she got to pick which party she went to with the new strategy. As opposed to, you with me? That's what I'm trying to tell you. This is the whole deal. Are you the best listener, or do you try to shift them to the proper way of thinking, to your way of thinking, to Andy's way of thinking, to the Alliance's way of thinking? Or do you just listen to them and understand who they are and where they're coming from? Here's the way it's going to go in the beginning. You will be bored. It will be small talk. It will be dry. It will not be interesting. But eventually, it'll come alive. Eventually, they'll start telling you like it is. They'll start opening up their soul to you. Most people want to become witty, interesting, and clever. What they need to figure out how to do is how to listen and learn and understand and quit judging. That's what they need to do for the most part. That's why see, what's odd is for me and Jane to get up here and she talks about white and I'm white without me realizing it has nothing to do with me being white. It has to do with them people. And them people didn't like this guy that she was hanging around with. You with me? It has to do with non-brothers. You say it's uncles and cousins or mamas and daddies. It's not like us. You with me? Now, if they want to join us, fantastic. But I'm not offended. I'm understanding. I'm listening. It's interesting to me that they're like that. It's very interesting. Being interesting is what people want. To get interesting, the secret to being interesting, where people are willing to tell you stuff, is when you are interested in them. When these people come to this meeting and you're interested in who they are and you want to understand them, you want to get to know them, it changes their entire life And that these hot spots that are not growing, I'm sorry to be the one that tells you on this meeting, this is a positive meeting. Let me say it in a positive way. The ones that are growing are doing this. The ones that are doing this. That's what they're doing. People say, like, mine's not growing, and I'm doing all that. No, you're not. Mine's not growing. There are only a few people there. And they say, we're doing all this. No, you're not. Does that make sense? No, you're not. I'm telling you, you're not. And the proof's in the pudding. They go, that's not the only thing that causes growth. If we showed them how to make money, they would stick and we would get bigger. Well, then show them how to make money, see how that works out. Still not working, huh? Try this. The ones that are doing it will tell you what they're doing. They're not trying to keep it a secret, okay? The secret to being interesting meeting is being interested in people. Here, listen to this one. Ask questions the other person will enjoy answering and makes them look better. Don't ask people stuff that makes them look like an idiot and makes them feel bad. Well, I want to learn them. I want them to get out of the position they're in. Okay, why don't you try to understand? Why don't you start listening? Okay. All right, this is a big one right here. This lady, middle-aged lady, when you get middle-aged, stuff happens. The stuff's happening. Children, mama, daddy, aunts, uncles, life's happening, right? So she tells one of her best friends, she said, I had to do it. I had to go to a psychiatrist. I got me a lady I'm talking to. She listens to me. She understands, and she gave me some advice. She said, you paying somebody? She said, how much it cost? She said, $375 an hour. So, whew. She said, you know that church we go to, right? Yeah. You know there's good Christian people there to talk to you, right? The lady just nods her head. She said, they know the Bible inside and out. We got a Sunday school leader. We got a deacon. You understand you can go there for counseling, right? You don't have to pay $375 an hour. She said, ma'am, if you can talk to one person in our church that'll go for 1 minute listening to me talk about myself without them trying to change the subject, try to change what I think, and try to tell me what's wrong, you want to introduce me to one person at our church that'll listen to me for 5 minutes talk about my life before they interrupt. I want to meet them. She said, you better just, man, that power psychiatrist is probably a good idea right now. Think about that. A person willing to pay $375 but not willing to hang out, you know? It's like that kid, as the preacher said to the audience. He said, listen, what we ought to do is we ought to try to get more people to come to our church. The little boy raised his hand. He said, maybe we ought to act like we like it here. Maybe that would trick them.
That's a good one.
So few people genuinely attend to others' needs, worries, fears, dreams, problems, feelings. If you can show me the ability to draw out another person's feelings and emotions, I will show you a person that has so many friends hanging around them, they can't deal with it. They have to pick and choose who goes to dinner with them. They have to pick and choose who gets the tickets. They have to pick and choose because they got too many friends. I don't think you can have too many friends, but they got a lot of friends. What'd you say, Andy? I said, you show me a person that can get people to draw out of their shell and tell the truth of what's going on in their life and how they got to that position in life and what scares the poop out of them, what excites the snot out of them, what their fears are and what their worries, and I will show you a person that has immense friendships around the country and around other countries. It'll extend boundaries. It won't be limited. That talent to draw people out. I like to quote these people like this Voltaire guy, because I'm like, he must have been important because they named him Voltaire. The road to the heart is the ear. The ability to listen. The ability to shut up. The ability to nod and draw out. How does that happen? My mother-in-law asked me, that video that's posted with Austin, my mother-in-law, she said, how did you get him to say all that stuff? I said, if I told you the secret to how to get him to say all that stuff, you would have the beach houses. You would have the friends. You with me? That's the secret. And I try to tell people, but some people fight it. If they don't believe that that's the answer, then they sure ain't going to try it. And then when I tell them how to do it, they fight it. And I'm like, you know what? I'm looking for somebody that'll buy in to my thinking. This is the truth too. It's the ability to listen to people and get to know people. I like to say it like this. I believe in the Bible and I believe in Jesus. But if you don't, that's okay. I promise you, I don't care. It don't bother me at all if you say he was just a good guy or he was just a person in history. But here's what me and you are going to 100% agree on. Everybody knows who he is and what he did. Not everybody in other countries, but this country, they know. Some people hated him, some loved him. Here's what happened. This pyramid of people who believe in the Bible is more massive than any other belief that's been put out there. You go, no, there's more people that believe in what? Tell me. You with me? So you say, well, no, Catholics, you understand that Catholicism has to do with Mary and the whole deal. They believe that story was real. And then that story created massive of followers in the Baptist, in the Catholic, in the, what else are they out there? Protestant, Pentecostal. All that is that. You with me? It's massive. And this guy, major following, or this guy or this God or this Son of God, this guy. Here's what's written down. He was a great what? Teacher, miracle worker, speaker, healer. Here's what messed people up. He listened. I got to read it to say, he listened to lepers. Other people wouldn't talk to him. He listened. He listened to politicians. You see, you put politicians right up there with lepers. And prostitutes. He listened to tax collectors, Roman officers, rabbis, fishermen, blind people, lawyers. He sat down with these people as they came in, or he went to them and listened and talked and listened and talked. And he didn't judge. He just listened and talked and listened and listened and listened and listened and listened and understood and loved them regardless of their position. That is what created this. You with me? That ability to understand others are going through. Many a smart person has only outgoing information. That's what preachers, only outgoing. It's that incoming ability, the ability to listen and to come in, what messes people up. Let's touch base on the alliance. We book appointments, we listen to the lead, and then we book the appointment. People get confused. When they're on the phone, they're trying to book an appointment. They want to listen to people. I go, you're not listening right now. Listen to the lead and don't hear that part about I didn't mail it in. So you know the truth, right? Telemarketing, we let you hear the audio of the person saying, yes, I'm very interested. Well, they told you on the phone, no. Maybe because you made them say that, something you said, the way you sounded like a telemarketer, the time of day, whatever. Your job is to get in the house. Once you get in the house, all these skills apply. You with me? Not on the phone and not when you knock on the door. It's once you get in the house, that's when this stuff applies. You say, why don't it apply before? Because it's different when you got hand signature written lead. And they're saying contradictory because over the phone it's very difficult to communicate. In the house, that's why we're still needed. If they could sell this stuff without us intermediaries, if they didn't have us intermediaries, they'd do it without us. Does that make sense? But they don't know how to do it without us intermediaries. And you say, well, they might listen to you and start doing it. I've talked to these people. They're not listening to nothing we say. They're good people. They got billions of dollars, but they ain't listening to us. They're leaving it up to us to figure out how to do this. Oh, I said this earlier, and I want to throw it out there again to kind of keep you going on the right path. Communication is the lubrication for financial affairs. This is incoming communication that we're talking about. There's outgoing communication, there's incoming communication, there's confirmation of the communication. Because you tell me, I told them about the convention already. They haven't signed up, but I told them. That means you talked and it went into a brick wall. If you get them to go to the convention, you communicated with them. Communication is the financial. The communication is the lubrication to get them to go from where they are sliding into the convention. You with me? You want them to come into the convention on grease skids. You didn't communicate it properly. That's why they're not signed up. Well, they got a ticket, but they didn't get a hotel. You failed to lubricate the hotel aspect of them coming to convention. Does that make sense? Communication, the two-way, where you're talking to them, they hear you, they talk back. It's called objections. You solve their objections with other communication. It goes shoo, 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 shoo. That's how money moves. You with me? If you can make money going shoo, 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 smooth, you're going to make a lot more. Y'all tracking with me on this? And so I'm talking about ways to communicate or ways that people fail to communicate. All right. 5 ways is what I promised. 5 ways to dynamically change your conversation to you become a great conversationalist. Number 1, listen with your eyes. The number 1 gesture that you can make people think you're interested is eye contact. Failure to make eye contact to the speaker. To the speaker. You say, you the speaker. Yeah, I'm the speaker. But when you go to a meeting and this person is the speaker speaking to you in a hallway, are you making eye contact? Are you looking at them in the eye? They say, I shouldn't say they because psychologists say, if you can make eye contact for at least 10 seconds, you're interested in what that person says. How many hot spots have you been to, and you can't get the main people to look you in the eye and shut up for more than 10 seconds? They're telling you how great the system is. Yeah, Andy, you want us to tell them how great the system is? No, I want you to shut up. And I want you to ask them questions that they enjoy answering. Now, in some meetings, they'll say, so, how'd you meet us? So, where are you from? Where'd you go to college? Then the next guy comes along and says, so, how'd you meet us? Where are you from? And who invited you? And it's the same stupid questions over and over again. Did you not see that person standing there talking to them? Could you not talk to them about something else, their job, their family, something a little deeper than who invited you out? You know what I'm saying? It's like you're grilling them on the same stuff. People don't like that. Tell them something. Talk about them. Look at them. Listen. Find out where they're from, where they work. More deep. But listening with these eyes. Contact. I have one of my buddies. I told him one day, I said, what is wrong with you? Because he was sitting in a chair. I'll show you how he was sitting. He was giving us a number right here. He said, he was sitting like this right here. He giving this right here. I snapped my fingers at him. I was like, he said, this is why I focus a lot like this. He said, it's for real. That's what he said. I said, well, I'm up here and I feel like you ain't paying attention to what I'm saying. I feel like you're not interested. Now, here's what people want. This guy wants me to help him. He's not encouraging me to help him as much as there is Kyle where you're sitting up on the edge of your seat looking like ready to come up here and ready to give me a hug. You with me? That person I'm interested in helping. So if you look at this person right here like this, like, that's very interesting. They ain't coming back next week. Glancing off. I got a guy, he's man, when you see him, he's got his shirt right, pants right, shoes right. But you try to talk to him about anything, he's not going to listen to you for 10 seconds before he'll do this. You got something on your shirt right there. And you just want to go like, I know this guy. Like I'm talking about this. So you're talking about somebody. Yeah, but you don't know who I'm talking to about. So it's okay. Excuse me, let me get that for you right there. I mean, you can't even, I mean, he will cut you down in the quickest, most sly way. And it's just annoying. You with me? He isn't, how you doing? Nice to meet you. It's not, hey, how you doing? It's, hello? Uh-huh. And next thing you know, is out there. You with me? People don't like that. This eye contact is big. Okay? In the meetings. Jane, is this right? When you're doing a presentation, you see these people, and they expect, it's almost like they're playing hard to get.
Right.
We're looking for easy to get. This person is not looking for hard to get, they're looking for easy money. Easy job, easy opportunity, easy to make friends, easy to fit in, easy to be a part of the team, easier not to be discriminated against, easier to move up, easier to get promoted, easier to get recognition. Not difficult. Congratulations, you are so good you're making it difficult. Eye contact. Number 2. Number 2, dispense advice sparingly. Shockingly, this person did not come for advice. You say they came for an opportunity. They want to know how to make money. They're broke. You're a ding-dong head and you don't understand how life works. People care how much or how you make them feel more than they care about advice. You come talk to people, they want to be understood. They want to be made to feel special. They want to be made to feel different. They didn't come for your advice. It's so difficult because that's just the way people think. They think, he asked me. That's why when people come to me and they go, tell me what all I'm doing wrong. And I know you care more about how you feel. And they go, no, just try me. So then I try them and then they quit. And then the next person comes to me and says, just try me. I say, no, I'm not trying you. I like you just the way you are. Don't change nothing. You're perfect. You're perfect like you are. Then what they'll do is they'll come to the meeting and they'll notice that the speaker wears a suit and a tie, and they'll conform. You with me? So you don't have one on. No, when I speak at night, I have a suit and tie. People conform when they like you and they like the deal. So I got some people that they've been hanging around 2 months and they haven't changed their dress. They still wear T-shirts. They still wear jeans. Some people are no offense, but they were beat when they were children. They were abused when they were children. They were never told they were loved. They were told by the parents they'd never make anything of their life. So they keep coming to the meeting dressed like that to prove their daddy right. Does that make sense? You say, what do we do about that? You keep loving them and praying for them that they'll start dressing sharper. You understand what I'm saying? Well, I got this one person just cusses a lot in the meeting, and it's offensive. Do we talk to them? Just keep loving them. They'll change. They'll change. I wish they'd change faster. I wish you would change faster. How about that? I thought you weren't supposed to see I'm talking to all of you, so I'm not really talking to one of you. You tracking with me on this? People, so there's this long story about Abraham Lincoln, because here he gets. If you let them slaves go, you are an evil person. This other group of people, you better let them slaves go. This will change America's history forever. There's other people says, who cares about the slaves? We got to change this taxation problem. You with me? And then there's people, so he's getting hammered. And he's trying to decide if he's going to sign this emancipation. He's trying to decide what he's going to do. So he calls one of his buddies and he said, you have got to come give me some advice. And the guy travels by horseback. You know, he's 3 days of all travel. Comes in there, and Abraham says, sit right here and let me tell you the situation. And so Abraham takes 24 hours, like all day long, 2 days. He said, they're going to get something to drink. We're going to relax. Come back tomorrow. I'm going to get your advice. So he tells him the whole situation over 2 days. And he got through telling him everything so the guy would understand everybody's opinion. Then he said, hey, appreciate you coming. The guy said, okie dokie. He says, you helped me clarify everything. Thank you. You with me? So what happened, you see what I'm saying? He didn't need advice. He needed somebody to listen that would listen with attentiveness and understanding and comprehending and see how a miserable, tough position he was in. And once he helped him lay it all out, he knew what to do. He knew decisions to make that were right, and his heart would feel good about it, his God would feel good about it, and he would be known, he knew the answer. That's what most people want, more than advice. You tracking with me? Giving advice sparingly. I have another guy, same thing. No, actually, this is a girl. She will tell you everything you did wrong when you sell. Matter of fact, tell you how you came in the room wrong, everything. People hate that. Well, I'm the best advice giver they are. Mm-hmm. You sure are. Have them see. Show out your group for me. Show how it works. Show about your bank account. Show me about your power. Show me people you changed lives. Ain't happening. You know why? You're the biggest critic. Advice sparingly. Number 1, eyes. Number 2, advice sparingly. Number 3, to build a big church, to build a big business, to build a big bank, to build a big deal, you need to be able to keep stuff in confidence. You need to have secrets about feelings with people without blowing it. Okay? So here we go. Here go Billy. Not that Billy, this is a different Billy. Billy drunk as everything, Bo. He done got the knee thing going on, right? He coming out of the bar, right? Here we go. Boom, right into the preacher. Oh my God! He got the liquor breath going on, got the slobber going on, got the slur going on. But you know how some drunks are. He knows where he is. He said, my God, I hate I run into you in this condition. I'm so sorry that you saw me like this. This is terrible that you have seen me in the position I'm in. So preacher, I don't know what to say. Preacher said, son, I don't understand why you're so upset that I saw you in this condition. God sees you in this condition all the time. He said, yeah, but God don't run his mouth like you do about everything that he finds out. Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? I was talking to a guy about something, and I was telling him something in confidence, and he said, yeah, I've heard that from somebody else. And I went, huh, kind of reminds me of a preacher I know. Cannot keep his flap shut. Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? It ain't being drunk that bothers you. It's that blabbermouth saw you drunk. It ain't that I don't want to take you in confidence. It's just you don't take me in confidence. It ain't I don't want to share with you. I just don't like you sharing it with others after we were going to have a confidential affair, a confidential conversation. You tracking with me? If this is a confidence in each other requires confidence that it's a two-way street. As I open up to you and you open up to me, we tighter. You go running your mouth. Y'all see what that does? You go running your mouth. We ain't so tight anymore. Does that make sense? Confidence, confidential, secrets. You with me? Like this is in confidence. This is a plan that I've shared with you that we're going to do. And I'm the president, and I'm designing this, and I'm trying to have a confidential conversation. You have a confidential conversation with me. We good. I understand you got situations in your life. I got situations. Me and Adam Cat's tight. Me and Andy Riddle tight as ticks, baby. You with me? If it's there, it's there. You with me? Is this making sense? To build a big organization, to become a dynamic conversationalist, you have to be undynamic and not blah, 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 blah. You with me on this? Some serious stuff, ain't it? Okay. So listen, eyes, advice sparingly, confidential. Okay? Now, it's funny too, because stuff I tell people not to put in confidence, like don't tell nobody, this is what the company's going to be doing, they tell it. I sell them, look, we need to sell annuities, then they don't tell nobody. Have you heard the expression bass ackards? I think that's the political way to say it. You bass ackards, Bo. Ain't never told nobody about annuities or how to get referrals in his life. But you tell him not to tell something, that's what that joker's going to call somebody. Or she will call somebody and tell them exactly. The opposite of what we're trying to do. You with me? All right. Number 4, complete the loop. This one's a little tactical right here. When people say stuff, they expect something back. Okay? This is the mirage marriage. This is a marriage that's a problem. Here's it go at work. Guy says, how's your day today, honey? And she says, nothing. That's about as formative as an alarm on the outer shield of a rocket ship. You go to the screen and it has nothing. You know it's broke, you just don't know where it's broke, how it's broke, or what to do about it. You with me? How's your day? We got a problem with the monitor. Don't raise your hand if you're experiencing that. Okay. Then the loop can be broken halfway. It's a 3-step process. Here's the way it works. It's a statement, acknowledge, and a response. Okay? So you say, how's your day today? Pretty good. Running around busy. That's a problem. It goes like this. How's your day? Pretty good. Been busy. Me too. Busy as one-armed paper hanger. When that loop goes all the way through, a statement, a response, and a confirmation, life's good. You with me? The more those conversation takes place, the more they're going to lead to, okay, this is a sneak peek ahead. I ain't got time to get into it, but that's facts. And then next thing you know, we're going to get an opinion, and if we ain't careful, we're going to get into feelings. Facts, opinions, and feelings. This loop starts the facts. But when the facts stop, we can't get into the opinions. Does that make sense? So if the monitor bleeps that something's wrong, we can start thinking like, hey, my day was terrible. Mine too. What happened? Well, the dog, I think our dog's really, really sick. See, now we're into, I think the dog's sick. You with me? But if you say, I had a terrible day, and all you get is, huh, or wow, or woo. There's no acknowledgement, and then there's no comeback. So this simple stuff is when people say stuff, give them, so let me get this straight. It was really hard for you to get to the meeting tonight because you work late sometimes, your boss is not, whatever. You acknowledge it, and then they come back to you. Then you come back to them, so you get this conversation going. You tracking on this? A lot of people, they take in a statement and say, I had a terrible day today. Well, I had a great day today. God is good. I woke up and I'm alive. This is not acknowledging and coming back. This is contradiction right off the bat. Or, I had a great day. How have you, honey? Or this person that I talk to on the phone sometimes because of this picture right here. It's terrible. It's terrible. I say this, there's no acknowledgement, there's no agreement, there's deeper understanding. That has nothing to do with what I want to talk about. These conversations end quick as I can come up with something, which I'm really good put-her-offer person, if y'all ain't noticed. Once you start getting attacked by more people than you want to be attacked by, once you've got that friendship built, you become a good put-her-offer of people that's not your choice of tying your time up. This makes sense? Okay. Statement comes in, acknowledgement. Did you get the laundry today? No. That's not acknowledgement. No, I couldn't find a parking place. It was a mess. It's hectic. I didn't have time. Acknowledgement. Maybe I'll have time to do it tomorrow, or do you think you'll be able to have time to do it tomorrow? I call it an adult conversation. Let me explain something to you. I don't have a problem with adult conversation with Kyle Cater. I don't have a problem with adult conversation. You tracking with me? Jasmine Lightborn, I don't have a problem with adult conversation. Some people have a double. It just don't go smooth. It's like I'm talking. Y'all have heard them. I've got them up front, and I ask them, how much premium sell this month? Did you want to know actual premium, might premium? Like, Bo, that's not the way it works. Adults have an answer and come back and answer, and they progress. And they move into opinions and feelings. All right. Number 5. This one's a little different, okay? On the other hand, it's like always, gratitude. When people open up and they share with you, you've got to show gratitude. Most people do the opposite. They show judgment and opinions. What people need is thank you for telling me that. That's what Jeff Bright says that. When somebody says something crazy to him, he says, wow, I don't know what to say about that, but I really appreciate you telling me. Whenever I tell you, Toby, when I tell you and Stephanie some of my problems, here's what I expect you to do. Think less of me and not hold me in the same esteem. I have dropped down because that I told you that. That's what I expect. And that's what most people get from everybody. That's what they get when they come to these meetings. They get put down, well, let me tell you what, my job sucks. And then the person looks at them and says, yeah, you need to get out of there. You need to change your ways. You need to change your habits. You with me? You say, that's it. They're giving advice, a lot of advice. They're also putting you down because you obviously have bad habits and your ways are obviously bad. What they need is gratitude that you shared with them their problems. Does that make sense? So if they come to you and they go, my job sucks, and like, man, I tell you, that, God, going through stuff like that, wow. Thank you for sharing with me what you're dealing with. A gratitude that they told you and they trusted you, they had confidence in you to share with you feelings, opinions, or facts. If they'll give you anything to work with and you're grateful for a little bit, they'll give you more. Some of y'all shut down conversations so fast as opposed to the gratitude. And if you give them a little gratitude and then ask them a question that they want to say, so when I get people, I try to give them questions. When you see me tonight at Night Owl, I will ask questions that people want to answer. They're jacked up about it. You with me? But when people tell you stuff, when people call you to the side and they say, let me tell you stuff, it's got to be an attitude of gratitude. Here's a quote, and I didn't even write down the author. I just love the quote. It says, I always felt sorry for people afraid of feeling. I felt sorry for people that are afraid of feeling and sentimentality. People who are unable to weep with their whole heart. Because they who do not know how to weep do not know how to laugh. We at the Alliance are looking for people to cry with us, to talk to us, to go to war with us, to build friendships so that we can build one of the biggest organizations in the United States of America, one hot spot at a time. You can't tell me that you can't get 3 people come to the meeting and tell you all their problems and they won't come back next week. Because people are paying $375 an hour for a person to don't know them, to talk to them and listen to them and try to understand them. Yeah, they're going to give a diagnosis. Most of the time they don't. If you read anything about psychologists and psychiatrists, what happens is the person starts talking like crazy, and after an hour, the psychologist had said nothing, but that makes sense. Can you tell me more? Can you elaborate? And then this person starts crying like crazy, and they start feeling better. And then they say, you say, you sound like you've had one before. Oh, yeah. I've paid them a lot of money. And that's mostly what I get. 99%. You with me? Is me talking and them listening and them trying to get it to laid out on a silver platter so that Abraham Lincoln can pick the right answer. You with me? You tell me you can't get people to come to meetings. Let me ask you this. Did you invite your Uber driver? No. Did you invite the guy you on the street? No. What did you do? I ran a Craigslist. Ding dong head, have you not talked to these people that are answering the Craigslist? How about the waiter that's nice to you every single week? How about your dry cleaning person? You with me? Listen to this. Y'all like telemarketing leads? Our number one telemarketing person for the last 11 years was my wife, Jane Albright, will go in the cleaner world, and she told that lady, you deserve more. You need to talk to my husband. He is hiring. You can either be in sales, you can do this, and she told me what she wanted, and I said, I got a great job for you. 11 years. She's just been killing. I saw her yesterday. I was like, hey, La. And you with me? Are you talking to these people? No, I think it's easier to run. Okay, I tell you what, be cynical, be sarcastic, keep criticizing people for dust on their shirt, keep running Craigslist, keep running all those ads. You say, Andy, I don't understand. You say run. I don't care how you talk to them, but let me explain something to you. If you can't figure this out, when you hire a person off of Craigslist or the Uber driver, anybody else, and this is you, I'm telling you, this person knows 300 people on average. Some of them know 100, some of them know 60. Go through those people. The people that they have in their phone are people that they semi-trust and are semi-reasonable. And tell them, if there's anybody in your phone that's a crook, a criminal, or you hate, let's don't call them. So now what you do, if you sorted through the 800 or 1,000 people they've met in their life, and you've got the top 300, and then you call that list. We call it a MC backup. If we can get you, but I'm going to tell you this, you do that with the Uber driver, and then you get into that list, bro, you talk about trust, and then you get into the list of this person, and you keep doing that list down, and you keep networking, what's going to happen is you're going to find people like James and Jane. You're going to find people. I did that way down here. I found Adam and Beth. I hired an 18-year-old kid his mama worked with us. We hired her. Well, actually, we hired her kid. Then the kid hired the mama. And then the mama hired a guy who hired a guy who hired a guy who hired Adam and Beth. That's how we found Adam and Beth. I did not coach him up. He said, why don't you coach me like I did Adam? I found Adam. Adam and his wife were teachers' fellows, 4-year scholarship, free. Ding dong head, no. This school teacher, no. I love her, but no, yes. You with me? I found him by networking. And I listened to I know incredible stuff. Nice people. Bad to the bone. You with me? We go through these numbers and driving them down, and there's a lot of dynamics I can't get in. I don't have time to get into, but it creates competition, it creates goodwill, it creates trust. There's a lot of psychological speed that happens when you learn how to build like that. Okay, 5 ways to conversate better, double our hot spots, biggest organization in the United States of America. I am so excited to say, finally, I've got a $3 million income person. I helped him make $3 million. I can't wait. I can't wait to introduce you to coaches, to speakers, to John Maxwell, and say, hey, this is my buddy, he makes $3 million. That's right. I want to do it. It's like a game that I want to win. And me want to help me win it. All right, love y'all. Wrapping up TWC. We will see you in Orlando. We'll see you in Miami. It's all like Donkey Kong.